Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Martin at the Contoured Chemist, and today I am going to be going over one of my most favorite subjects, that is brushes. More specifically, this is my own personal stash. Maskcaras, gorgeous, double-ended brushes. Yes, I use this many every day. I realize not everyone feels the way I do about brushes, especially because these are so versatile. Just trying to think of the word. And you can use them in so many different ways. So I'm going to show you how I use each brush, my own personal favorite ways to use each brush. I'm going to talk you through each and every one and every single way that I've thought of to use it. And there's probably more that I haven't even thought of. So these brushes are for anyone, not only mascara lovers like me, but anyone that loves a high quality double-ended brush. You get two for the price of one. These babies have a year warranty. They're not glued together. They are like soldered. They're beautiful gold and rose gold. And you guys, I have a very expensive brush collection that I gave to my 5-year-old when I discovered these, because these were far better and I could afford to buy more than just one of each because I'm lazy and I don't want to clean it every day. So if you want to see how I use these brushes in my daily routine, all the different ways you want to learn a new way to use a brush, keep watching. If you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And yeah, like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see more from me. Thank y'all for being here. I love you all. All right, friends, let's start off with the amazing Eyeshadow Everything brush. So using the large blending end, you can use the side of the brush to apply color, or using the dome end to apply a light dusting of color. This is my favorite for applying the transition shade and also for blending out colors. Next, we are going to flip it around to the small pencil end. Okay, this size is perfect for applying that highlight shade in the inner corner or under the brow bone, and also for applying that darker shade along the lash line to halo out the eye. It's also a great size for deepening that outer corner, putting it through the crease, or even smudging out liner. And yes, you can even use it to line your lips with contour. So this almost gives it a shadow effect around your lips, making your lips appear fuller. And then lastly, it's the perfect size to make small lines down your nose in order to do your nose contour. Next up is the Multitasker Brush, which, just like the name, is very much a multitasker. It can do everything. So I love the large flat side for applying shadows. By pressing it onto the lid, you can get better color payoff. And just like the other brush, you can apply it under the lash line or under the brow bone in the same way. Again, you can use this brush, even the big flat end, to apply lip color. Lining your lips with this brush gives you more of a precise line like a pencil would. So as you can see here, applying it with your finger gives you a sheer effect, but using this side of the brush will really give you more of an intensity and more color payoff. So next we're flipping it around to the very small precision end. I love this end to apply highlight and conceal blemishes. It's that perfect pinpoint precision. And then you can flip it around and use the large flat end to press in your setting powder so it stays all day. Okay, back to the small end. This is also a great end to do your inner corner and underbrow highlight. Again, more precise. and it's also a great end to line your eyes. And once again, lining the lips, this one is even more precise. So flipping it back around and using the large flat end, this is great for nose contouring and really getting a straight line. Then once you have your lines drawn, you can flip it back to the precision end and you can add your highlight right down the center so you get that really narrow nose contour. Next up is the Know Your Angles brush. This is my favorite brush for filling in my brows. It makes it so easy. I'm using a shadow here, but you can also use a contour color in the same way. Then flip it around to the spoolie end and brush through your brows. You can also use it to line the eyes, so this using Cola Contour, or using a shadow right on top to set it, or just using a shadow if you like that smudged look. And yes, you can even use an angled brush to line your lips. Angled brushes make drawing a straight line so much easier. So if you haven't tried this one, give it a try. Okay, now for face brushes. The brush that started it all, the 30-second hack brush, and the fastest brush to hack with. So here I am using it to press the highlight into my skin, and I am using feather-like strokes to blend in as I go. This is my favorite brush for doing under eye highlight. Pressing it in really gets in that inner corner and is great for your accent highlight to brighten under the eyes. Okay, flipping it around to the round end, and you can use this side to highlight as well. So when you press it in, you're gonna get a fuller coverage. The second way to use it is to buff it into the skin, and that is gonna give you a more natural coverage. Either way is beautiful. So again, using the round end, and this time to contour. Pressing it right underneath those cheekbones. You can also squeeze it if it is too wide for your face to get a smaller, more detailed line, and then blend upwards. This brush is amazing at blending. And why it's great for the whole face is it's the perfect size to also apply that blush color. Now onto my favorite brush, the Detail Hack Brush. All right, so first off, the large end. So when using this in for highlight, I really recommend just buffing it into the skin. It's gonna give you the most natural coverage, and this brush is definitely better for highlight for the natural coverage, not necessarily full coverage. My favorite way to use this brush is contour, okay? This brush will give you a more defined line because of the way it's shaped, and is perfect for adding it just under that cheekbone and really push up those cheeks. Flip it around to the small, more detailed end, and this side is amazing for that accent highlight under the eye. You can really get it in to those inner corners and feather it out so it really blends nicely. So also, this is my favorite end to conceal blemishes. Covers a larger surface area and makes it really quick. So now we're gonna use contour, and this is also a great side for doing a detailed nose contour, or you can even use the large end and kind of use the very edges to draw that straight line, and then go back in with the small end to add that highlight and feather it out. When I first started mascara, I used the small end to contour. It is the perfect way to get a straight, narrow line, and then you just have to flip it around in order to blend upwards. So the second way is using it in much the same way, but when you already have your contour on, using a darker contour to define that bottom of the line in order to make it more defined. You can also use this brush to add a little bit of highlight underneath and really carve out that lower line to make it more defined. When you want a little extra, you can also use a little bit of contour underneath your lower lip to make them look powderier, or use it for eyeshadow. Now time for the B squared brush, which is technically a blush and bronzer brush, but I love it for highlight. So there's two ways to use this as well. Press it in for fuller coverage or buff it in for a more natural coverage. This is also one of my favorite brushes for mature skin. You can even use the blush side for contour, you guys. Same way, pinch it just like the 30-second, blend up. And obviously it was designed for blush and is the perfect size for the apples of your cheeks. Now to the bronzer end, and Bella bronzer. You can't go wrong. Apply it over those cheekers and your forehead, down your neck, give you that bronze glow. And then the Cayman bronzer, same way, but I like to use that over the contour areas to set them. And you can also use this for powder or vanilla dust. I couldn't forget the Perfector sponge. Make sure you are using this bad boy damp, not wet. Squeeze it out and then just press it onto the skin and it removes all excess. Use the pointed end to apply highlight over blemishes. It really presses that into the skin perfectly. You can also use it to apply your setting powder under your eyes or anywhere else you need it. I love the big end for just pouncing it all over the face to give you that perfect blend and make it look like skin and not makeup. You can also use that end to apply your blush. And I like it for bronzer because it blends it as it goes. And it has always been my favorite way to apply our cream illuminators. Now onto the Power Powder Brush. It has this fantastic slanted black angled end that is perfect for pressing powder into your pores to keep oil at bay and for setting under the eyes. Also has an angled kabuki end, which is perfect for blush placement. You can also use it with Cayman bronzer to set your contour areas and can be used for highlight and contour if you need to. Our new brushes, the Best Blend Forever brush. This large fluffy end is perfect for our new powder illuminators. Hit it right on top of the cheekbones, anywhere you want to glow. Flip it around and do your underbrow, inner corner, pretty much anywhere. The small end is amazing for creams on your eyes or even your under eye highlight. Next is my favorite new brush, the Blend and Tap brush. I've been using daily this for my outer corner. Just by pressing it in adds the perfect depth, and then you can flip it around and use the more flat end to blend it out. It's also great for smudging that shadow along the lower lash line, giving that smoky eye. Either side can be used for that. But my favorite, I've shown you a lot of different nose contours. This is my favorite brush by far for the nose contour. So the flatter end makes the most perfect lines down your nose. Then you can flip it around to the round end and add that highlight right to the middle, and it makes it so much easier. Press, press, press to blend, and we're done. Perfection.